Welcome. You are now tuned into the Textually Active podcast.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Textually Active Pod, your weekly dose of conversations about navigating the digital age while dealing with friendships, relationships, and all the ships in between. I am your host, Rez, and I got Meezy with me.
I'm here.
I got you on the boards.
Yep.
And we're joined by someone oh so special. You want to introduce yourself, King?
My name is William Lockhart. Instagram, you can call me Mood is Black. And my ballroom name is Isaac Chanel.
Oh, shit.
How? Whoa.
Oh, we got a guest today.
Oh, we got a guest. You hear that list?
Guest.
I love how your Instagram name goes with your mood right now and your aesthetic.
I thought you was going to say his appearance. I was like, yeah, but.
But you left off one thing. Is kind of, I don't know if you can see it in the cheekbones, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can find all full episodes on YouTube. It's the cheekbones for me, and they match a little bit. That's my first cousin, guys.
Woo!
Clap it up.
Niggas do not care about family, fam. Niggas do not care.
Dang, people not going up for family right now?
Nah, nobody care about that shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Niggas just trying to go.
Oh.
Maybe.
Shots fired.
Everybody
Shots
calling everybody bro. Big bro.
Yeah. So my cousin is here. He's been visiting North Carolina. Took him around. Had some fun. And he doesn't like the fact that I have fake cousins on the internet, so I have to dead that.
You have fake cousins on the internet?
Yeah. A few of them.
I have no idea.
You called them my little friends. It's a few of them, but that's
Cousins.
okay. How's
Shocked.
everybody feeling today?
Shocked and appalled. That's how I feel right now.
Right. You know, the weather's cute. No, it's chill.
You just throw shade at the weather?
It's cute. It's not giving too much. It's cute.
I like it. Rez, how you feel? Y'all glamored up today. You look nice.
Thank you.
I like this little high ponytail you got going on.
Thank you.
Slay queen.
It's the Ari. You
Oh, you black little ponytail?
Yeah, I'm black ponytail.
Oh shit. Oh
Long
shit.
ponytail shit. All black shit with a little bit of gold.
So are you me?
Yeah. I peeped your little necklace last week,
You
and
tried
I
to-
was like, I got jazz up the neck. It's looking real dry over here. Hold on, let me H&M me, please.
Oh, I don't know nothing about them things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already layered together.
Yeah.
Fire.
Like, yeah.
I ain't even mad at it.
I feel like women get an excuse for jewelry. Like we get to get like the cute stuff.
Oh, I be in there.
Like twice before
Yeah.
your neck starts turning green.
Yeah.
I be in there. I get like rings and shit out of H&M just if I want to like bedazzle the look for a little bit. Like that scarf I wore for 20 something, Forever 21, fam. Came
Loved
right
it.
up out of there.
Loved it. So we are here.
We here.
We have a topic.
Bust it.
We have a guest. Let's have a discussion.
Got you.
So throughout life and living and growing up and two adults after being cousins since we were born, I realized that my cousin is very popular. He's very popular.
Is he?
He's a big deal.
Oh, we got one of them today?
Yeah, he's a big deal.
Fuck yes.
So paying attention to his personality and the way that he carries himself, I realized that he has some introverted tendencies.
Okay.
So I wanted to dig into the conversation of being a popular person with your business and your social aspects, but also being an introvert.
Yeah, because I be online not wanting to fuck with none of them niggas. But then I be like, oh, shit, it's probably good if I, fuck with them, represent, shout them out and shit, because we probably can do business in the future. But I really do not be wanting to watch all the shit y'all do, listen to y'all podcast. I don't be wanting to do that shit.
So you're saying that on the internet, you're very social. you're popular.
Sometimes.
You talk to people.
Sometimes.
But when it comes to the face-to-face interactions, you really wouldn't want to continue a relationship.
Here be my thing, bro. I don't be knowing none of these niggas in real life. Like, I don't, like, if you walk by me and you see I got glasses on, I still don't be knowing who the fuck these people are. And so I be like, they be walking by and they yell Meezy and I be like, hey, how you doing? Not knowing who the fuck this was. So then, like, online, like, you know, well, online you have a personality, you have a persona, and people know, like, you can remember that, like, oh, I was watching, oh, you did such and such. So it's easier to keep up. But, like, in person, I don't be knowing these people, and then I don't be wanting to interact with them.
I think when you're going up to somebody that you met on Instagram or that you know from social media, you should probably lead with your @ name. Yo, I'm at such and such, because at this point, I don't know when we're going back outside.
Facts.
And the person that you're talking to via social media during this quarantine thing, they probably don't know what your face looks like, because it's social media. Like, most times you don't click on the profile. You might just go straight to laughing at a story that they post or laughing at something that they post. So it's interesting.
Which is crazy, because I don't even like to post that many, like, selfies in the story. Like, I ain't really a selfie story kind of nigga. I think it's weird. But, it's like, I don't be knowing how these niggas be knowing who I am.
You have to be very conscious on when you post. And one thing about being a social media influencer is that you're not going to know who's going to know you. Right. I went to the airport when I was on my way down to Atlanta before I got here, and I almost walked past someone and they were like, hey, Will. And I'm like, girl, who are you? I didn't realize who she was. I was about to walk past her, and she felt offended. And I really did not know who she was until later on she told me who she was. But that's a part of being an influencer. You don't know who's going to know you. You don't know who's watching you. You may follow like about 500 people, but about 15,000 are following you, and you don't know everyone's face or who's looking at your social media and who knows exactly what you look like. So I don't want to say it's a dangerous game you're playing, but it's close to a dangerous game you're playing, because I could be walking down the street here in North Carolina and not know who knows who I am.
Right.
This nigga talking big numbers. You heard that? 15,000 followers, bro. I barely got 1,500.
And that can still be a lot. You can have 900 and you still don't know all those 900 people that's on there.
That's true. 900 people in a room is a lot. 15K is a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still dancing at, we not talking about that.
He not talking to
You can go to my Instagram page and talk about that. But, so back to being an introvert. What does it mean to you to be an introvert?
I don't fuck with everybody like that. Like, that is just simple as that.
Text alert.
Because
say it one more time for the text alert.
I don't fuck with everybody.
I don't fuck with everybody. Just because I meet you, that does not mean that I'm gonna bang with you like that. I like to orchestrate who I'm around, and when I'm around them, I'm very big on the transfer of energy. I'm a spiritual person. If you don't know that, then you could look at my page and kind of get a vibe of my aesthetic without me having to say what I practice. But I'm big on people's energies and the transfer of energy. And when you're around someone, if they're not in a good mood, that's very easy for them to transfer that energy to you. And then now you're not feeling good, or you're not feeling like yourself. Me being an introvert, I like to stay in the house. I like to be to myself. I'm an artist, so most of my energy gets put into my art, whether it's photography, whether it's styling someone, just anything that has to do with art. I put my energy into that rather than people.
So do you feel like you stick to yourself more because of that transfer of energy?
I stick to myself because I want to. It's not just the transfer energy that's a part of it, but I stick to myself because I want to. I don't want to put myself in a position where I got to fake the funk for somebody that I'm not feeling. So I'm introduced to you and I'm just not feeling your vibe like that. And because you're friends with this person or you're interacting with this person, I got to fake the funk and play cool with you when you're actually getting on my damn nerves.
Right.
Is this what Summer Walker be talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Summer Walker is a prime example.
What's that shit they was calling it? They was calling it an
empath.
Empath. Yeah, that
we
shit.
We pick up on people's energies. We pick up on what people are going through. We're very sensitive to people's energies and their experiences in life, what happened to them. We pick up on it. So you, like I said, you could be going through something that day and I'm around you and I didn't picked up every part of your energy that you got going on at that current moment.
Damn, that's like a superpower.
Is it?
I mean,
That's like a what?
It's like a superpower. Like shit, I don't get to feel other people.
Not too many people have that. Again, it goes back, and I would say this without really going into details about it. If you look at every empath, you can tell a certain aesthetic from all empaths. If you look at Summer Walker's page, you go to my page, you go to a couple other people that you can Google and they said that they're empath. I'm pretty sure you'll see similarities between all of us.
Summer Walker's Finster though, not the real one.
Yeah.
The Finster, that's the one I like.
Yeah.
So,
she be giving it up over there. Cheeks and all.
Something you said stood out to me about meeting people and not really enjoying them on your first encounter, and instead of faking the funk, you walk away. I feel like when I meet people, I come on very strong, and I get caught up in the backstepping part. Like I am nice as shit. Like when you meet me, I'm going to make you feel like you're my best friend, and then it may take like 2 or 3 encounters, and I'm like, actually, I lied. I'm not really feeling this energy, and I have to take a step back.
But why? See, that's my thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. The initial point of me meeting you, that's what you're going to get from me. I'm not going to. I hate to say it, but I'm just not a fake person. If I'm not feeling you, I'm not going to be shady, and I'm not going to just like shade you or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, we could keep it cordial. We could see what the vibes are, but I'm not going to force myself to be around someone that I'm just not feeling their vibes like that. Like, why fuck up myself and make myself feel, make myself feel weird and make you feel good.
So
My question is, how fast can you do it though? Like, how long can you be in a room and be like, you know what?
I don't like this.
I'm not fucking with these.
But that goes back to the empath part, because if you're saying that you're feeling somebody's energy and their vibe, they don't even have to open their mouth. So you're at an advantage when you meet somebody to decide, like, do I want to fuck with them or not?
Fucking superpower.
And it's kind of like, it goes back to it being like, oh, I'm at an advantage because Meezy didn't say anything to me, but I could already tell that his energy is giving. I don't really fuck with it like that.
I'd be
so
confused. You
you don't have to decide when you first meet somebody, am I gonna fuck with them or not? It's more so based off of their vibe. Whereas I feel like I don't want to say most, because I don't know what the numbers are for people who are empaths and people who aren't. But typically the storyline is that when you meet somebody, you take the time to get to know them a little bit before you decide, I don't fuck with them.
Yes, you can. I can be completely wrong. There have been times that people that I thought that I wouldn't even fuck with like that, like we end up getting along. And it's been times that I've had the feeling when I first met them, and then I was right. Like, it's just like, girl, you're not my type of person that I want to be around. It varies. You can't. Especially being an empath, I can't go around assuming that I'm always going to be right about my feelings or my energies towards people. That's naive. But I know most of the time that I'm not really banging with, people most of the time.
My question is, since you said you don't like to be fake about it, so it's not like, is it like something you can turn off? Because like, as an influencer, I'm sure you be going in these rooms and be trying to want to work with people.
Yeah,
and like do
it's
some
definitely
shit like
something
that.
It's. I'm a man of many hats. I'm not just
Today
a photographer. It's a bucket today. I'm not just a photographer or model on that. I know how to act. Right. So if it's like time for me to turn it off and have to be fake, I can do it. Is it hard? Slightly. It's hard because I just don't like, putting myself into awkward positions. But there are times that, I went to a party in New York for Bazaar. They were having the 50th anniversary. And like, that's like an example. Like, I wouldn't want to go in there and come off as too stuck up when people are coming over and complimenting my outfit and complimenting the way I look. And I don't want to, oh, well, I'm not feeling your energy, so no, I don't want to be around you. When this person could potentially put me in the next big magazine, or I could be shooting for whatever projects they have going on. So you have to definitely learn, basically pick your battles.
So when I was reading up on it, on being an introvert, and I was actually trying to see what that looks like. I read a piece about needing to take time to charge up yourself. What does that look like for you when you feel like you've overexhausted yourself in social settings? Like, say you were at that party, you interacted with a whole bunch of energies and all that stuff. How do you take time to get back to a point where you want to feel social?
Most likely by myself. I enjoy alone time. Some people can't be by themselves. I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy being in my own thoughts. I enjoy being able to do things and not have to worry about how the next person feels, or if they got enough money to do something, or if they're tired or anything like that. I enjoy that. So, for instance, like this tour that I'm on right now, I came to Atlanta by myself. When I wanted to go to the spa, I went to the spa by myself. When I wanted to go to the mountain and take pictures, I went to the mountain by myself. I stayed in my Airbnb by myself. So I didn't allow any energies to influence how my trip was going to go. Most of the time, it may just be picking up my phone and starting to edit videos, or it may just be going to sit in the shower and just sitting there and just gathering my thoughts. To re-energize, I just take myself from around other people and their energies and just focus on my own.
How often are you social? Like, that sounds
a lot.
Like, I would want to be like, you do all this traveling. I would want to like go to the places.
But the thing
I'm sure
is
you got
about
friends
me,
in like the spots.
As it was stated in the beginning of this, I know a lot of people. I'm in a fraternity. I'm Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. I'm in a house of Chanel. I'm in a Kiki house of Versace. Like, I'm in a lot of organizations. So if I want to be social, it's easy for me to be social. But I'm the type of person, like, if I go to a club, I'll go by myself, but I know I'm going to know a ton of people at that club. So let's say if I do just happen to have a problem or issue with someone when I'm at the club, I know I'm not there by myself. It may appear that I'm there by myself, but most of the time I'm not. So I know how to be social, but when I say I'm by myself most of the time, I'm by myself, but there's people who are in that vicinity that I know if I do want to be around people.
So you pick and choose when you go out and what you decide to spend
what I
your
decide to do.
social meter on. Meezy, do you feel like you relate to any of this?
Yeah, bro. I like to be in a room full of people and be on the phone. It don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite shit is like, which is probably what get me in trouble a lot of times, but like, if I'm just at home, me and Jazz just chilling, like, we probably won't talk for a couple hours because I'm just on my phone watching TV or some shit. And so, that fucking counterbalances with somebody who, it's weird. But I like it, bro. I like being by myself. That shit is fire, bro. Because I'm an only child, bro. I spent my entire life by myself. So I don't have to like try to do shit because I like being by myself.
Right.
At first, I thought that I was a bit of an introvert, but then I started reading up on what it means to be one.
Yeah, you too friendly for that shit.
And it's kind of like, it's not so much I don't like social settings. I don't like certain social settings. So if you're inviting me to shit that I don't want to go to, I can't say I don't want to go be social now, so I'm an introvert. And I feel like that's what I was doing before. So when we looked it up, the term was when you're both
Omnivert.
I'm not going to that shit.
I'm not going.
Omnivert. But so I can't say that I'm so much. I don't know. I don't want to diagnose myself and do it wrong, but I feel like I have both tendencies.
But that's how I felt last weekend. Like, I just came back from Indiana. Like, and let me tell you, going to Indiana makes you love your black friends a whole lot, fam.
Okay.
A whole lot. Cause I ain't hear not one trap song nowhere for nothing,
You
bro.
ain't hear nothing banging, nobody driving by listening to music loud.
Bro, all I heard was niggas playing guitar themselves.
No, that would have been
You know what I'm saying? So you know how I am. I need to hear the vibes.
Yeah.
But while I was there, it was like cool to be in this environment because they have their own community. But it was like, damn, we just alike, because they're like sitting in this garage playing the guitar, singing and drinking. If I'd have been at home, I would have just been sitting outside. It would have been trap music, but we'd have been sitting outside playing music and drinking. Right. So I'm like, bro, these environments are the same no matter what. So I'm like, I fit in because, you know, this is just regular shit. But then I also felt out of place because it wasn't my kind of shit. So I'd be like, I think I can go out. I like went out and entertained. So I was very extroverted that day. But the whole time I'm just sitting there like, bro, damn, I'd love to hear a little baby right now.
So how do you, Cousin Will, how do you maneuver with making new friends, making all these new connections, and still taking care of yourself and managing to keep making connections? Because I feel like a part of being a social influencer and a photographer and being a part of ballroom, you have to have relationships with people. So
then you gotta go out and seek them. Like, you can't just, they don't just
fucking.
pop.
How do you make friends?
Yeah, like how? Like, how do you know? Like, this is the people I need to talk to just in case.
And then, not only outside of maintaining it, making friends, but how do you maintain it with your friendships? Because you'll get a friend like me who needs to talk every single day.
Bang your line all the time.
I want to check on you. I want to see your face. Phone call isn't going to do it. A text isn't always going to do it. I need to call you and see what's going on. Or we need to hang out. We need to kiki.
So my counter question to that is, what are we talking about? Like, what are our conversations about when me and you are having conversations? Are we gossiping about what happened with you and me, you know, Michelle over there and what she did? Or are we talking about business and how we're going to get a bag and how we're going to get this money? That's how I decipher who I'm going to hang out with and who I want to be around. I want, like, at this age that I'm at, I'm 33 years old.
33?
Yes, 33. At this age, I don't have time to just be having conversations with you about bullshit. Like, what are we doing to uplift ourselves and make sure that we are doing what we need to do to become king? Well, we're already kings, but to be the ultimate kings in this world with all this shit going on. How are we talking about ways that we're going to better ourselves? That's how I decipher who I'm going to be around and who I don't want to be around. Not saying like you said, I am a social, I have to be a social person. For instance, like if I go to ballroom, and there's a ball going on.
Okay. For people, our listeners are diverse.
Yeah.
Can you explain what ballroom is before we jump into this? Yeah.
The ballroom scene, is an underground scene that has been around, for quite some time. Basically it's composed of, houses. Like you may have my house, which is the iconic house of Chanel, which has been around for 45 years. Okay, period.
Double C's.
Yeah.
You have the house of Balenciaga. You have the house of Mugler, West, Milan.
Let's go, West.
Yeah, she's been to some balls. You have all these houses and we compete for trophies or cash where it consists of families. You have different categories that you walk. For me, I walk All American Runway. You have different categories such as Butch Queen Vogue, Femme Queen Vogue. You have...
Wait. So, Paul, stop the bus. All American.
I'm lost. Like, is this like...
All American. What's All American Runway?
All American Runway is just basically like if you're watching... who's a designer I could say? Like you're watching Dior and he has his men's collection. Those are just regular men just walking, just like, you know, regular men walking down the street like as models on a runway.
Oh, and he walks. This one right here?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the next big thing in the New York.
Pop your shit, bro. Pop your
Sit
shit.
up when you say that.
Pop your
I'm
shit.
the next big thing. But yeah, so you have European runway. They're basically switching. They're walking. They have a little bit more sass into their walk. They're walking like how normal models, female models, will walk on the runway. So yeah, that's the difference between them two.
So it's different categories to walk. You have prizes at the end, and it's underground, but it's beginning to get
mainstream.
more
you have
mainstream.
Shows such as Pose that's out right now. You have shows such as Legendary, HBO Legendary.
My House.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that you have shows like My House. Shout out to Tati Mugler and shout out to the house of Lavin and Balmain, who just executed the show for Legendary. You definitely have we're definitely becoming a mainstream thing right now, whereas we have to make that balance to make sure that the industry is not overtaking ballroom and taking it and utilizing it, exploiting us for their own financial gain. But
like everything else,
everything else,
because it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while.
Just because they're just now catching on to it and they see that people are interested in it, like, you can't just take this and make it your own. No, there is a foundation to this.
Yes, there is. Shout out to Jack Mizrahi, who has definitely made sure that it has been seen. And sorry, let me take that. Not Jack Mizrahi, Jack Gucci. Shout out to the House of Gorgeous Gucci. He has definitely made sure that ballroom is being put on a platform and being put on the mainstream, and he's doing an excellent job with that. Leomi,
it deserves to be seen.
All of them.
So because we're back, we just had to take a stop at the ballroom because that shit is fab. But
fab.
So when you think about ballroom and all the things that go into it, you're basically putting on a performance, and you come into this and you have to make friends. You have to be a personality. Is it easy for you to turn it off and turn it on being an introvert? Or do you just still...
Like, do niggas ever come up to you and be like, oh, no, he's in his mood, leave him alone, he's like getting ready for this shit?
But that's the thing. It's a consistent thing. When people know who you are, I don't have to explain that to anyone. Like, my name for my Instagram is exactly who I am. Mood is Black. Like, that's just, I didn't just choose that name because it sounded like it was like, oh, that sounds dope.
And it's fire that you got it spelled like the regular way.
Yeah,
like, you did that. That's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard.
That's just my personality. I don't really have to explain that to people. People know when I don't want to be bothered, or if I do want to be bothered. I don't really have to worry about. Yeah, I don't really have to worry about people doing that.
What are your personal relationships like though? Like with you and Rez are like real close cousins, but like what about like the rest of the people? I know you got other people you fuck with. Like,
if you
like,
let everybody tell it, I only have one cousin, and but I have more cousins. I swear. That's the cousin you met. I remember.
Nigga.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about my other guy cousin.
Who?
Who? Sorry, Taryn. I love you.
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, so what was I saying?
Like, what's the personal relationship you have with people? Like,
my personal relationships are fire.
Like, how do you like meet like people you attracted to? Like, how do you do that?
Oh, he doesn't have an issue with that.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't need it to be, when you think of an introvert, I don't need it to be perceived that I'm just this mean person that just walks around. Like, my cheekbones are high, so I automatically just look mean. But like, I don't walk around like with an attitude, or like I just don't fuck with anybody. People, I'm still inviting to people. I'm very I'm just a nice person, so they automatically want to get to know me and want to be around me. However, that I make the ultimate decision whether or not I want to continue having that relationship with them. My personal relationships with people are dope. I joke. I'm funny. I'm a funny person. I joke around a lot. I have a lot of people laughing as on, what was we on? The Aux Smoke thing. A lot of people were laughing at some of the jokes that I put.
No, but yesterday when we was going up the mountain, and there was a little girl in her bathing suit, and we heard another little girl say to her mom, "Why she ain't got no pants on?" And you said something. He's funny. But the thing is, you do expect like an introvert to be quiet, but I don't feel like they have an issue meeting people because they have the good game. Like, if I'm sitting there and I'm to myself, like I'm reserved. I spoke to everybody that's in the room, but I'm reserved. It leaves something lingering that people want to know.
Yeah.
So they're going to come up to you and they're going to ask questions like, yo, where you from? Or what do you do? And try to just get in on it. And then that's how relationships
And those are the people that I appreciate. Like, the people who have balls enough to come over to me and just speak to me and not really have like sit there and act like they're scared or like they can't say anything to me. I appreciate people that's just like, you know what? Like, oh, who's this person? Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, my name's Will. What's yours? And we speak. Like, I appreciate people like that. It's not like soon as they come over to me and be like, yo, what the fuck you want? Can you get out of my face? I'm not going to do that.
Oh, you done did it though. You been talking like I ain't even trying to like fuck with you, bro. Move, get out of the way.
No, I don't have to tell anybody. I don't think that's something that I need to announce to anyone. It's just, you would know that if I don't fuck with you. I don't have to say the words out of my mouth for you to know that I don't fuck with you. I would just keep my distance from you. And
I like to be mean sometimes, especially with them crackers at work.
Well,
like, bro,
yeah.
like this dude at my job was on crutches, and he kept like staring me down, like thinking I was gonna ask him what happened to him. I ain't get no fuck. I'm not finna ask you. I don't care. I don't care why you limping. I don't care why you got crutches.
That's real shit. Like, keeping it a buck like that. Like, I really don't care.
I'm not finna ask you shit.
Right.
You can stare me down all day. I'm not asking you that. I don't care.
So you mentioned photography.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to my Instagram page, you can see that we took some amazing pictures. They were shot by you.
I'm pissed.
Let's talk more about your art, because I seen it for you when we were 2. Well, I was 2 and you were like 6 or something like that. But I just remember your childhood and how it crafted you into the person that you are now. Like, you always had that charisma about you. It was a point, my dad, he used to DJ a lot, and he said one time, he was like, I'm going to go home and make some tapes, like cassette tapes, mixing them together, putting the music on it or whatever. And I'm like, oh, when you do the tape, I can have cousin Will come over and sing. And he was like, no, baby, not that, not that type of tape. So I just want to
I can't.
to touch on the basement, because music has always been a part of you. So to see you taking your arts and everything you do to the next level, what do you remember from your childhood that helped shape you into the artist that you are now?
I've just always loved art, where the idea of just becoming like a doctor or a lawyer and things like that. Like, of course I've said, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, because that was a thing to say, but I've always...
Because they was getting paid?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be an artist. Like, I looked up to artists such as Aaliyah. I was heartbroken when she passed. My ultimate goal was to be her background dancer, or Janet Jackson's background dancer, or Missy Elliott's background dancer once I hit the age that I needed to be.
Fuck that little white girl.
Who?
The one that got all the praise from the Missy videos.
That's why they did her like that on that MTV award. Remember when she was doing that?
Yeah, bro.
She was killing it.
She stole Will's spot.
Right.
Before I hit puberty, I used to make sure I sung down, like my voice was hitting, and I hit puberty. I don't know what happened, but I used to look at people like Sammy and be like, oh, well, you think you doing it. Wait till I come through and I give you my vocals.
Oh, no, that's a bop.
Yeah.
I like that's a bop. That's a hit. That's a hit, fam.
You couldn't tell me nothing, but just certain things like such as your dad DJing down in your basement and us, dancing in the basement and things like that, like we were in music videos. Art has always just been something that has been a part of my life and that I have never let go of. But there was a time where, the idea of being a gay male has, a gay black male has not been, of the rave, I guess I can say. So there was a point in my life where I was hiding the fact that I was a gay male and, trying to portray myself as being this overly masculine guy. And I felt like me doing that kind of blocked a few blessings that I had that potentially could have came. Like, for instance, with ballroom. could have been in ballroom and could have been killing it, probably been legend by now, probably killing the Vogue scene. But now, as my later ages, I'm finally learning how to Vogue now and doing some of the things that I could have been doing back in the day if I would have just accepted the fact of me just being a gay male. I kind of look at myself like a black Andy Warhol. My art is my art. If you want to work with me, then what I give you is what you're going to get. If you want a specific thing that, maybe you just want headshots and you want to get a beauty shot, then I would tell you to go to another photographer for that, because my stuff is, I want all of my pieces and all of my artwork and pictures to be something that goes down in history, where when I leave this earth, you can say that you got a shot from me.
So, do you have a website for people to see what's going on?
Yes, my website
with your photography?
is
because you said Andy Warhawk.
Warhol.
Warhol.
Yes.
Y'all know what I meant.
What the hell
I thought
was
you was
a
talking about the
Warhol?
lean.
I thought it was a hog. I thought it was a war. I hear what I hear. But so they can find it where?
www.isaac.lockhart.com.
Oh, I'm pissed. I felt like Mood is Black would have been fire. That would have been fire.
It would have.
Oh, I gave out ideas. My fault. Hey, Eve, edit this out, bro. Hold on. We might need that. Hold on.
Have, but see, when it comes down to stuff like that, I want my name to be a legacy. Like, that's my Instagram, my Instagram name. I got that before anybody else can get that, but I want my name, my actual name. William Isaac Lockhart is my name. So when you hear William Isaac Lockhart, you automatically think of me.
Respect it.
Yeah. I love it. I love to see it. We talked a lot. Let's go ahead and take a break and come back with our final thoughts on everything.
Period.
And we're back. So as soon as I went to the break, I remember something that you touched on that we didn't really get to wrap our thought around. You said that you were a Black gay man in America right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to deal with that coming up, and I just wanted to talk about what that looked like for you.
Especially because you said you had to hide it.
Yes.
Like at what point?
Go ahead.
Sorry. I just feel like being a Black, I'm picturing you as a Black little boy and knowing how our culture is or was during those times when we were growing up in the 90s. If you had too much sass, or if you liked to dance with your girl cousins, or if you were doing this, it was kind of like, why is he doing that? We need to talk
what's wrong with him is usually the question.
Like, I was that kid in elementary school that was double dutching with the girls, but still would go and play basketball and football with the boys. I could say elementary and middle school, I had to deal with the whole idea of, he's gay type of situation. But I can't really say I was bullied, but I did have bullies. It was bullies that I still, like, we end up becoming friends, but they still bullied me at a time when I was in school. I remember, I don't know if you remember that picture. I wish I had it, but it was a picture of us sitting on the steps, and it was Tierra, Therese, and then myself at the top with my legs crossed, giving cunt. And
call it what?
Cunt.
Right.
It's how can I break that down to you? Very, like,
please.
Feminine.
Oh, all right. I was confused.
Not pussy or anything like that.
That's where I was going. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to show the pussy. At least get paid for it.
But that was one thing that, I had to deal with at high school. I can say that I was one of the popular kids, so of course there's always going to be rumors during that time about being gay, but it wasn't something that I felt like I was being bullied over. Plus, I had brothers and people that, homeboys that I fuck with that wasn't going to allow that to happen.
When did you decide to come out? Was it after high school?
Well, so it was at a point where I just was like, fuck it. Like, let me go back to the bullying aspect. So it's funny how kids back in the day, they find different ways to bully you without calling it bullying. So for instance, we have a yearbook, and what it was like, we had the leaders of, what would you call them? The leaders in high school. I'm trying to think.
Superlatives.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the superlatives, but the people that choose the superlatives.
Yearbook committee?
Yearbook committee. I think that's what they were. And mind you, I was funny as shit in high school, like class clown down. But they chose to vote me as biggest gossip. Mind you, I don't know nobody's business, don't tell nobody's business. Like, I don't have time for that. But I, like, the best way to call me gay without calling me gay was to vote me and some other girl that I went to high school with the biggest gossip. And it's like, and it's on camera right now with me saying all this, but I will forever, I won't say hate them for that, but I will, even when I do make it with my career and when I do hit my peak, T-shirts. I will always remember that they did that to me and allowed that to be a part of my history. Whereas if anyone ever looks me up or anything like that, that's something that I still have to deal with. You putting that in a yearbook and putting that on my name when that wasn't something that you really meant, that I was the biggest gossip. You just wanted a way to call me gay without calling me actually saying biggest gay in the yearbook.
Man, it's like urban. When they want to say black people, they just say urban.
Exactly. When that's a great example. So as you know, little things like that I had to deal with. Now, when I decided to come out was when I was living in Atlanta and I was with my my ex-boyfriend at the time. And it was just like, at this point, everybody already fucked with me. Like, I don't really, everybody just fucks with me as it is. So nobody's really going to care if I'm gay. And what I did is I went on Facebook and I typed in a whole letter saying, I'm gay if you accept me, da 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 da. Then I sent an email to my mother letting her know about me being gay, and I just sent it, and everybody just accepted me from there, and just basically said they really don't give a fuck. Now in
what year was that?
I want to say that was like 2008, 2009.
Okay,
around that time.
I remember when I got that email.
Yeah. Oh, it was a group email?
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
It was a message. I got, I was in high school in 2008, and you went away to college at this point, and you came out. And I was like, okay. Nice hearing from you.
Right.
Love you. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, it hasn't really been something that now, as my adult years, I don't really have to deal with that. As some people say, like, they have it so hard being gay, I don't really have to deal with that. It's just like, it is what it is. They just fuck with me.
I don't like to identify people by what they like. Like, if you look at the straights, we don't get that. But I feel like when you identify yourself as gay, people automatically assume that that's a personality trait, and it's not. It's a part of who you are. It's not the main thing.
Yeah,
never thought about that.
Associate you with coming and wearing, pink flowers in your hair,
or being a gossiper,
or
messy,
doing splits in the middle of the road. Like it's. I'm just not.
I mean,
that
y'all
type
do
of dude.
splits in the middle of the road probably a few times a year. It's cute. It's fun. But
it's a part of the person that you are.
Okay.
Them splits do be hitting.
Yeah, it's just this idea that people get of gay, but there's so many different types of gay people out here. You have the ones that claim that they're straight and they're really not straight. They just know how to keep a secret to themselves. If you call them DL, if you call them whatever you want to call them, there's dudes that are out here that put on the front and it's really not given. They will have a whole baby, marry you, and everything.
I just
else.
learned what that meant.
Yeah,
I did not know that's what she says in my feelings. I got realized, a new boy and that nigga Trey. I did not know that's what she said.
I think they mean it.
I did get that verified. That's just the lingo for New Orleans, and it doesn't mean the same thing to them.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that. It's completely different.
So I was gonna say, since we have a couple more minutes, Meezy, rapid fire.
All I want to know,
because I know it's eating you up right now. Rapid fire.
I learned some slang today, bro. He just said cunt, and I was thrown off, but I might use it later.
Remember that time? Hold up. Remember when I came back from the balls and I kept saying cunt?
No, it wasn't cunt. You kept saying fish.
Oh, I kept saying fish.
And I was confused. And I was like, is it because, like, they have the potential to smell like fish, and that's why they said?
I can't find
like, I was just trying to figure it out. I like the slang.
So what terminology do you want to know about?
Oh, no, bro. I just want to hear the cool shit that's, like, the big ones. Because I watch RuPaul Drag Race sometimes, but I be confused. I be lost.
Just give me a top five.
The sachet away shit gets me. I like it. That's fine.
Do you want to know, like, shade? Shade is like, throwing insults.
Yeah, that one I got.
Reading is like, I'm reading you like I'm.
Nah, give me the fire ones, not the social media joints.
Okay,
the ones that's like cunt, like all the cool ones that
fish
y'all
is
use.
Basically saying, like, I wouldn't suggest
you just wanted to say cunt so bad today.
I wouldn't suggest you say the word fish. I mean, that's not something really for you to say. That's more, our terminology. But fish is just basically saying, like, she looks like a female. Like, she just actually she's a female. She looks exactly like a female, regardless if she's a trans woman. She looks like fish. Like, fish is a real woman.
Oh.
So is it an insult?
No, not for us. Like if I say, "Oh, you look like fish," like yeah, that's not an insult for us.
So what if you're talking about actual cis woman and you say, "Hey, fish," like is that
It sounds shady.
That depends if you decide to get offended. If
Okay.
you've been around gay men and you understand our terminology, then you understand it's not to be offensive.
Yeah.
I
So
want
is
some of
there
the
any
gay
other
men
terms
lingo.
you want to
Yeah,
know?
some of the gay man lingo. I be wanting to know because them shits be going off.
Like what else?
I don't have no example.
Cunt.
Cunt, that was it.
Stop
I figured
saying
that one
cunt.
out.
It's
I figured it
enough.
out.
We've reached
I
our
figured
cunt
it out.
limit today.
I figured that one out.
It's a cunt for me.
Oh no, I don't know none. I wanted to be,
There's not really too much terminology. Like
It's just banter, right?
like
yeah.
is ball different from drag, or is
Is
it the
what?
same thing? Like
Ball?
ball and drag, are they
ball
different?
and drag.
Yeah,
A
Maybe I can
ball
say
is
that.
a ball. Like a
Okay.
ball is an event. Drag is someone dressing up in drag, like
Okay.
a man dressing up in drag, putting on a wig, putting on makeup. A trans woman is not drag. That's two different things.
That was one of my other questions.
Don't reference them as trannies or anything like that.
Yeah,
Reference
that's
them as trans women. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So speaking of cunts and fish, baby maker, what you got for us?
Fish.
Now tuned in.
You are now tuned in to WMEZ. I didn't have nothing lined up today, so I'm about to just randomly pick something. The song this week is called Vivrant by Dave Brown, and we're about to get into it now here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
When you first said the song, that's the first thing I thought of. Special girl, real good girl.
Yeah, I figured.
Biggest thing in Miami.
I figured.
But that song was fire. I fuck
Figured.
with that song. I'm gonna go back and listen to that. So before we get out of here, the memes. What do you guys have?
Oh shit.
Shit is right. Shit. I'm trying to ask y'all first because it ain't me. I didn't got it. I ain't got it.
All right, I'll go first because I got one.
Okay.
It says, "Do men still, girl? Yes, you're not the one. Shut up."
Oh. Oh.
You want me to repeat it?
Grand opening, grand closing.
It says, in quotations, the question is, do men still? Yes, you not the one. Shut up, sis.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so because that shit was going crazy on Facebook for a long time. All right, so this episode was pretty much overall what I found out. So this meme is gonna sum it up. It goes, "I love unlocking new pieces of information about myself. It's like, damn, we've been together for so long and you're still shocking me."
Oh, like Jada did the wheel.
Oh yeah, like that. Exactly
like
like
that kind of shot.
We've been together for so long and you're entangled with another man.
Entangled. That just mean we was fucking.
Cousin, you got a meme?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Can you tell the people where they can find you?
You can find me at Moodisblack, MOODISBLACK, or IsaacLockhart.com. That's actually spelled out. Those are both my IGs. Or William Lockhart on Facebook.
All right. We will be back next Tuesday. Meezy, do you have anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
You already know. You can go watch us on YouTube. We out here. Big episode. Shout out to everybody that was in the comments last week for our big old protect black women conversation.
Yeah.
I know we need to do a part 2. We might do a part 2 to that. But, follow us on the socials because we talk back at Textually Act Pod, Textually Active Pod. We out here. You see us. You know where we at.
Yo, I was getting tore down in them comments. No, because why would she say that? And that. I love y'all. That's what it's about.
I don't know who runs the TA page, but whoever that was, giving the old boy the sass the other day when he asked about the mask. Shit's funny.
Oh, yeah?
Shit's funny. No, when he asked about the black business, when he said, "Do all y'all gonna separate?" and somebody told him, "We gonna do what we want to do." Fucking hilarious, guy. The comments down there be funny.
Shout out to whoever's running the Textually Active social media page.
That shit is hilarious.
Because it ain't me. It ain't me.
Sometimes it's me.
Okay, sometimes I comment too.
It ain't never me.
All right, peace, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Textually Active podcast. This podcast is a full-service production from the Open Media Lab. Be sure to check in every Textual Tuesday along with following them on all social media at Textually Active Pod. Textually Active is a part of the Open Media Network.